conversations with friends. So this book is pretty short. I think it's 266 pages. Definitely like a 2-day read. It has very mixed reviews. For example, here it says, "Why is that obvious?" Like a question, and it doesn't have any of the marks. So that might be quite confusing, but yeah, this is a romance story with this popular dude falling in love with, an unknown girl that's not popular at all. She's kind of just in the shadows, I guess. And you can kind of expect how this will turn out. Not the book that I'm most excited to read. So, they had a 3-for-2 sale, or they always have that at my local bookstore. And one of the books that I purchased is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I think this is a romance slash kind of crime inspired book, because there's a murder in a town, and then this girl gets accused of it. I'm not really sure. I just saw that it had good reviews, and I had to decide on one more book, so I just took this. The Sunday Times bestseller, and Daily Mail says that it's unforgettable, so kind of excited. I also have The Love Hypothesis. Yeah, I know it's a cringy cover, and I'm not excited to sit around and read it like this. Kind of have to hide this right here, but I think it is a pretty simple story about two scientists falling in love. We love a good, simple romance story. Not too many metaphors. You don't have to, really get deep into the meaning or anything. Just, easy romance material. And it also says the TikTok sensation, because all of these books are from Book Talk, the books that I have purchased. And I used to go to the library, but I kind of dislike it because I get forced to read the books within a month, and it's just stressful, really, to remind myself that I gotta go back there. But yeah, I'm actually most excited for this. I've already started, and I'm planning to use this. It goes really well, right? Yeah. Okay, and then the third book that I purchased, this has such a good cover for ASMR. So I read It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and trying to find her most liked book, this was what most people said. So it is Reminders of Him, another romance story, or It Ends With Us was kind of a romance, but not really. You gotta read it to understand what I mean. But yeah, a young mother fights to earn a place in her child's life, but is there room for her? I think it is an unforbidden love story, and also her just trying to connect with her child that she hasn't seen in 4 years or something. I'm very intrigued, and I can see myself finishing this pretty fast because It Ends With Us was really good in my opinion. also know that most of the books that I'm talking about has been trending so long ago, like a year or two. This is about two men falling in love, so it is an LGBT story. So this is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I've read this much actually. Props to me. But I'm not sure. I got this as a gift, along with two other books that I will show you, but I'm not sure again. It is like a fantasy book, and I'm not really into that. A lot of strange things happening. It's of course like an alternative universe, and this also has other books in the series, and I'm just not hooked. I'm not really interested to know what happens. I'm so sorry to Holly Black, but again, I think it's a love story. Doesn't really seem like it yet though, and I'm like 1/3 of the book in, so I'm so excited to read this. You have no idea. And it's kind of strange that I haven't started it yet, but this is the type of book that I love. A good girl's guide to murder. Like a crime inspired, like teenage crime drama book. I always love a book like that. I love the One of Us is Lying and One of Us is Next 2-part series. Yeah, those had me so hooked. And I feel like this is the same type of book. It's by Holly Jackson, and this also has two other books in the series. I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase those. I have to read this first, but I'm just not sure why I haven't started it, because this is so interesting to me. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Andy Bell was murdered by Sal Singh. The police know he did it. Everyone in town knows he did it. But having grown up in the same small town that was consumed by the murder, Pippa Pitts and Moby isn't so sure. And then blah 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 blah. So there's a character trying to solve the case, I guess. Okay. This book. Yeah, I haven't, I start all the books and then I just like, not interested, but so many people rave about how this is so amazing, so it really has to be. I see no other option. Like, there are almost no bad reviews of this. So, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is about a movie star called Evelyn, and there's a girl, sort of the main character, that interviews her about her life, and you get to know her side of the story that has never been told to the public. She's apparently a Hollywood icon. She's finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life, which really intrigues me, like reading about it. Moving on to the last book, has dust. Like, if you ever see those little things flying across the screen, it's always dust. No scary, like, ghosts or anything. This book, see how thick it is. See how large this book is. It is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to read this in years, because it's so large, and I am sure that I will lose my reading spark the second I try to read this, because it's so huge. Can I see how many pages it has? 526. No chance. No chance. Like, I love a good short book. For example, The Perks of Being a Wallflower was perfect for me, but this, and people also say that it's quite slow in the beginning, so I'm not really sure. This is about a girl that suddenly turns invisible, and I forgot the rest, but her life is very depressing. No one can see her, no one can remember her. When she turns her back, people just, like that, forget the conversation, and I think that or some witches, I'm not sure. But then she suddenly meets someone who remembers her and remembers her conversations.